Thank you for joining us for the Fun in the Sun series of stay-at-home and stitch projects, a partnership with the Quilt and Textile Museum in Carrollton and Laura Bosma Pretty Penny Pre-Cuts. There were four projects that were designed. We sure hope that you have purchased all four and are ready to stitch along with us. There will be a kit, full written directions and supporting YouTube videos, as well as one Zoom meetup a week for troubleshooting and show and tell and just meeting each other online. So we hope that you're going to enjoy us, and we hope that you're going to have a lot of fun with these projects. Project 1 is called the Fun Pouch, and here it is. This video is dedicated to just kind of inventorying your kit so that you know what you have. Please note that there was a supporting notions and threads kit that you could have purchased, and that will be overviewed in a different video. So Fun in the Sun, here's the Fun Pouch, kits by Pretty Penny Pre-Cuts, and your supporting video by Laura Bosma. So here's your Fun Pouch. This background we're going to call Sand throughout the four projects, and it was from a recycled blanket. Note that wool is a very sustainable project. That means that it can last a really long time, and you don't have to do traditional things with it. Again, its first life was on a sheep, its second life was as a blanket, and its third life is going to be as your Fun Pouch. Note that all the wools have been washed and dried to control shrinkage, and that many of the wools, our color scheme for this four projects, have been hand dyed by me, Laura Bosma. So when you open your pouch, so you get an idea that it's kind of a trifold, when you open it, this is what it looks like on the inside. Note that you can see some stitches. Don't let that bother you. This is part of the learning experience. This is the pocket portion that opens up, so you can see it's pretty deep. You could certainly put money in there. You could put pencils in there. You could put the threads as part of the kits in here to just keep track of them. When it's trifolded, again, that's what it looks like. And then if you look at it from the back, here's the back. And then if we open it up, there's what it looks like in that particular shape. So let's inventory the kit. Your kit will look something like this. Note, stuff may shift around in the mailing or in the delivery, not a problem. You pretty much can't hurt wool, and that's something important to remember. It'll also have full written directions. When you open it up, we're going to just bring those items out. Note that you have the sand background. You have the Fun and Sun die cut. You have a pair of flip-flops, and you've got two flowers, a coral one and a lime green one. You might ask, why did she already fuse the straps for the flip-flop? As I worked with it, we had to have flip-flops in the project, and what I realized was that this was a little bit fragile to deal with, so all I did was just fuse it for you already. That stabilizes it, and once you get the actual flip-flops fused down, you're going to be ready to stitch. Your background, your sand background, comes to you die cut and looks like this. Note that because it was in the kit, it already has some soft folds where it should be folded in thirds. We'll talk about that later in the second video. But that gives you an idea of what that piece looks like. And then finally, so I'm going to just move these up so you can see them. Note that we're going to only design on 1/3, and it's with a circle cut out. It's actually 1/3, the oval cutout of this is going to be designed on, and the rest pretty much not. And then also in your kit will be a little fun, kind of a little notions kit. Leave this aside until the very last video. In the very last video, I'll talk about some optional methods to add closures or something to make it stay closed. And so I've got ribbons, some buttons, and then a hair elastic, and I'll explain how those are used to make sure that you can keep keep track of that while we're working on the actual stitching of this project, I'm going to encourage you to simply return it back to this bag and just keep a handle on it until we actually need it. So I believe that inventories your kit, and I hope that you will be ready to stitch with us. I thank you for participating and hope that you enjoy our Fun in the Sun Summer Camp Stitch at Home projects.